What's up, people? We are back with more of Galaxy Girls. In the previous video, we wrapped up the Katoha route and got all of her endings, which were ending number 2, 3, and 4. 4 out of 10 complete, 6 more to go, 2 characters left. Now, if my math is correct on this one, and it's definitely possible that it isn't, I may be Asian, but I'm not the good kind of Asian that's like, you know, good at math. Or I'm like an exception and I just suck at math in general despite my genes. Nevertheless, 6 endings to go, 2 characters left, so 3 endings per character seems to be what it is. It was that way with Katoha, and it'll probably be that way with Sara and Amelia as well. So we're gonna start this video off with Sara. Gonna start dabbling into her route and see what she's all about. Try and get her 3 endings, and then we'll wrap things up with the Amelia route and her endings at the very end. So strap yourself up and let's get ready to rumble with Sara. She's the hardest to overcome, right? Sort of. She's our little tsundere, or at least she's not a tsundere, I think. She may like us secretly, but she has an actual reason to act sort of, you know, like she doesn't like us because her fiance and everything. But yeah, this route starts off pretty much at the exact same point as the Katoha route does. So we're gonna start telling them something about we had like these heavy doubts, depression, blah blah blah. We felt sad. So we're gonna start with Sara. We're gonna tell her she's harder to deal with at times. It'd be best to get the more difficult one out of the way first. Besides, if I told Katoha first, it might have upset Sara. I'm a little worried that it'll be hard to talk to her alone, but it should be doable. Alright, I'll put my plan into action starting tomorrow. We got this. I let my body drop on top of the bed. She's actually smiling in her sleep. She's happy about this. The softness and comfort of the mattress quickly lull me into a pleasant slumber. After picking myself up off the bed, I threw on my clothes. There we go, red and sassy, all ready to go. Capture me as Sara. This will not be easy. My best bet is probably to scope out the situation first. Jumping straight in would be a bad idea. I probably should start by deepening our relationship. Perhaps I could even start by asking about her fiance. Actually, that seems a little insensitive. Well, I can't think of anything else, so I'll start with that for now, and hope it doesn't backfire you. How do you actually correctly approach her, right? If you like mention the fiance, she might become entirely sad because, well, she'll never see him again. Upon entering the dining area, I'm greeted by the sight of the other crew members eating together. I make my way over to their table, smiling. Good morning, ladies. You seem to be getting along well. Getting along? You're just mooches. She suddenly points at Katoha. And that one gave me puppy dog eyes and begged me to make breakfast for them. After Katoha happily munches on her breakfast for a bit longer, she raises her head, revealing an ear-to-ear grin. Thank you for that, by the way. It's so delicious. Visibly having a difficult time turning away from her meal, Amelia finally manages to look at Sara. Yes, thank you. You're both welcome. Anyway, how y'all doing? Feeling alright? I'm fine, and I know if those ones weren't, so yes. Glad to hear it. Damn, they're already together. I guess I'll have to wait until Sara, hopefully, goes to the infirmary later, huh? We gotta pick her apart when she's alone. Come on, Captain. Come eat with us. I bugged her to make enough for you, too. The raven-haired girl points to a few dishes set in front of an empty spot next to her. Ah, yes, thank you. I pull out the seat and make myself comfortable. Sara pushes out the chair and stands up. Well, I'm done. I'll be leaving now. See ya! Cook for me again another time, okay? I second that. No? Be dears and take care of the dishes for me, alright? It's only fair. Oh, okay. Hey, dishes aren't so bad. We can do them together. Splish splash together. Okay. Sara, now's our chance, we see it. What? Unsure whether it's anger or simply part of Sara's nature, I flinch at the interruption. Are you going to the infirmary now? That's right. Why do you ask? Mind if I join you? I need to check a couple of things. It's just protocol. Honestly, I prefer that you do that when I'm not in the room, but alright. To my surprise, and Sarah's, Kotoha pops up between us. We both nearly jump. You're like, what? You're gonna be alone with Sara? Not on my watch, Erica. Nuh-uh. Wow, you really aren't that much friendlier than you used to be, are you? Jeez, I bet you could bite the head off of a live crocodile. I wish. At least I'm trying. It's okay. The blonde and I finally begin to continue our walk. Bye-bye, Kotoha. Have fun with Amelia. Sara stares at me with questioning eyes. The piercing gaze instantly causes fear to rise up in my stomach. Is something the matter? You tell me. You said you had things to do in here, but all you've done so far is stand there and look from wall to wall. Oops, that certainly was not intentional. I was just so worried. Oh, sorry. I just had something on my mind. I turn my back to the doctor and begin fiddling around with the door's control panel. No PDA today? You always seem to have it on you. No, I don't need it right now, so no point in lugging it around. Exactly, we're not connected anyway. I open my mouth to speak, but instead pause for a moment. Anyway, do you mind if we talk? Working in silence can get a little lonely. She shuffles around some of the contents of the medical tray in front of her. I suppose. I've never really been close to anyone before. Not on Earth. You, though, you seem to have someone you were close to. I'm jealous. I move away from the door panel and walk to the other side of the room to check the cooling units. You mean my fiancé? Yes, your fiancé. If you fell for him, I'm sure he's a wonderful person. I hear a chuckle from behind me. He is. We met when I was 20, when we were just kids back then. Oh, he's a year younger than me. Ooh, you're a cougar, eh? Not exactly. I'm pretty sure you need to be much, much older in order to be a cougar, preying on younger guys. Together for 7 years. We only got engaged earlier this year, though. Ah, so Sarah's 27. Holy shit. That's like ancient in terms of visual novel years. Holy shit. Like, you know, most visual novel characters have to like really stretch in order to make them 18. Sarah's fucking 27. Those were good times. Sarah's voice grows weak as she speaks. I really miss him. I find myself compelled to look at her, and when I turn around, I'm met with the painful sight of a woman in pure agony. My chest violently aches. If only this crazy spaceship kidnapping thing hadn't happened. I would still be together if this world wasn't so messed up that it let me be kidnapped without even my awareness of the act. What kind of psychopaths do this kind of thing anyway? You must make a twisted mind to come up with something so elaborate. The blonde glances at my face for a moment. It's as if she's scanning it for any semblance of guilt. I didn't do this, okay? Not my plan. However, all there is to find is pure sadness and empathy. She takes a long sigh, and I take the opportunity to turn back around to continue on with the cooling unit. It's alright. I know it had nothing to do with you. Just like the rest of us, you're trying to make the best of a bad situation. I know. Even so, I can't help but feel awful over what happened. No one deserves that kind of treatment. To be ripped away from your loved ones without even realizing it? How cruel. I may not have had a hand in kidnapping them, but still, am I truly any better? I could not agree more. How do you think your fiancé feels? To him, it probably seems like you've just disappeared. I'm sure he's worried. Probably helpless without me there to cook for him too. Oh, that means he probably starved to death by now. I'm sorry. I don't know why I asked that. It's alright. I'm willing to ask any other unacceptable questions. I quickly finish up my work in the room. Oh, I'm done here. Again, I'm sorry for bringing up such a sensitive topic, Sara. I suppose I wasn't thinking. No, it's fine. I would rather not forget him and reduce him to a distant memory. Talking about it every once in a while helps. I see. She's so strong. I don't think I could ever look at it that way myself. Well, I'll see you around. Take care of yourself. You too. I head out the door, pausing only to give a quick wave to Sara. Taking a load off, I sit myself down on the bed and sigh with relief. So that's how she feels. This doesn't bode well for me. She seemed alright while talking about it, but her emotions were fluctuating a lot. She's putting up a front. She's definitely still unstable. I will have to be careful. I'll have to hold off on telling her the truth for a bit longer. Yeah, I was wondering, like, we didn't tell her shit. We didn't tell her anything. I'm the first one here this time. How rare. Alright, I suppose I'll cook for everyone tonight. I clasp my hands together and pat myself once on each shoulder before heading towards the intersection of the kitchen. The door slides open while I'm still setting the table. The girls all walk in one after the other, apparently confused by my admitted generous notion. Oh, what's that smell? The young woman follows her nose over to the table and glances upon it with hungry eyes, drool forming at the corners of her lips. Her reaction has me giggling. It does smell good. I can practically see the drool slipping out of Amelia's mouth. It's obviously just food. You're both overreacting. Katoa immediately turns around and waves her arms around dramatically, finishing by grabbing at her own face in irritation. Just food? No way! It smells so delicious. It's good food. Katoa reaches out a hand to grab a morsel, but Sara quickly deflects the blow with her own hand. Yuck. Don't even think about it. I won't eat anything if you're going to try to rub your hands all over it. Yeah, sorry Katoa. I'd rather that you didn't too. Yeah, girl, you seem like the type of girl, you know? She's got probably like her controllers in her room and everything is probably very sticky too because she's like eating snacks and immediately back to playing. She barely washes her hands ever, I'm sure. Nasty girl. Everyone knows that children have the uncleanest hands. The raven-haired girl's eyes practically bulge out of her head. Children, eh? I don't see any children here. What are you talking about? Are you hallucinating? It's supposed to be an insult, Katoha. The blonde agitator smirks and places a hand on her hip, ready to do battle. It's time to do. It's best not to let this go any further. Come on, guys. It isn't anything special. Definitely not worth fighting over. But it is. To me, every home-cooked meal is special. All because you made it for us. I mean, I did, but... just ignore them. They're messing with you. Katoa huffs and stomps on the floor. Emilia tries to hold her back, to no avail. That's not true. I'm serious. You're just cold, Sara. Cold as thrice frozen ice. Thrice? 3 times frozen? Yeah, right. That doesn't even make sense. Nice try, though. Come on, ladies. Don't let it get cold. It couldn't possibly get colder than Sara's heart. Oh, snap, girlfriend. Why, you... please, stop. You're going to give me a headache. I swiftly usher them over to the table, making sure to seat Sara and Katoha apart. Making sure to set them apart, yet they're still sitting next to each other. Man, my tummy is so full now, and it all tasted so good. Katoha gives herself several pats on the stomach before sighing. Oh yeah, is your tummy happy, Katoha? It was excellent. I would have had 5ths if I could have fit it in. Holy shit, she had 4ths this time? I wish I could eat it all over again. Like, if I was a bird, okay, don't say that. Let's not go there. After silencing Katoha, Sara turns to me. It was delicious. I agree. It was a very refreshing meal. The use of grains and horseradish was masterful. Ooh, she's complimenting us on our food skills. Thank you, Erica. You're very welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
I third that notion. You're welcome too, girls. Tja, you should both be able to say that without being reminded, you know? You're more than old enough. Besides, you're going to ruin the atmosphere with your carelessness and ruin Erica's day. Kotoa and Emilia shrink down into their seats. My bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't think anything that extreme will happen over such a small incident. It's not a big deal, really. I think they're just playing around, but it's hard to tell. I really hope they aren't actually always at each other's throats like this. You shouldn't spoil them like that, Erica. They aren't your children, and even if they were, punishing them once in a while would be a good idea. After all, who wants unruly children? That's true, we gotta raise them right? It kinda does feel like me and Sara are the parents, and especially Kotoa as the child. Not sure about Emilia, but she does like to play the role sometimes. Oh really? I suppose I hadn't given it much thought before. Children aren't really something I've ever been interested in, much less parenting.
Can you guys not talk like I'm not here? Please! It feels like I'm sitting at the kiddie table or something.
I agree.
When did you get so close anyway? Are you two girlfriends now?
Not even close, that isn't it. We certainly are. That's not it. We're not girlfriends. Nah. I feel like the third choice definitely not. We haven't spoken about anything. No feelings have been revealed, confessed, or anything like that. So, saying not even close outright dismisses it, right? That isn't it. Kind of just like we're leaving it open if the opportunity, if the chance is there. No, that isn't it. Sara and I may be close, but we're only friends. Next to me, the blonde lets out a snicker. We're close? I'm not so sure about that.
Yikes! She just straight out rejected you, Captain!
Oh my god, it hurt. Damn, Sara. Well, I guess we were on different wavelengths. I just went and assumed.
Right. Please, don't make assumptions about me. You know what they say about assumptions, don't you? The only person I'm close to is my fiancé. Him alone. In fact, I don't even want to be close to anyone else. It's unnecessary. Other people are simply distractions.
Damn. Yikes.
Wow. You honestly are cold as ice.
Yep, definitely. Frozen heart.
I can't believe you said that to her. Poor Captain seemed to actually value you. You just tossed her aside like she was nothing.
Like I was just a dirty rag. I think I'll leave now. I move away from the table, heading towards the exit. Oh god, this feeling of rejection. It sucks. Sara stands up and goes to take a step towards me, but Kotoa puts out an arm and stops her, and simply shakes her head. Kotoa like, nope, don't even bother, Sara, you fucked up. I let out an extraordinary long sigh while I undress. Why did that bother me so much? We were never lovey-dovey together or anything like that. Barely even friendly. Still, I thought we were closer than that. I mean, did it really indicate that we were like friends or like close friends? I thought it's just like we're denying the fact that we're girlfriends, you know? But we're at least on decent terms. Maybe I'm just not used to rejection. Sara's been rejecting me in basically every sense of the word since the very beginning. I wish I were used to it already. I flop down on the bed and exhaustedly roll out of my clothes, throwing them in a heap on the floor. Finally, I jump under the blankets and turn off the lights, ready to sleep. The next morning, as I toss and turn on the bed, I'm interrupted by a knock on the door. It better be Sara apologizing for what the fuck happened last night. I quickly stand up and throw on my clothes before answering. Come in. The doctor walks into the room and gives me a slight wave as a greeting. Good morning. Hello. What can I do for you, Sara? She awkwardly shuffles from foot to foot before speaking. About yesterday, I think I might have gone a bit overboard with what I said. I mean, in hindsight, it probably came off a lot like I was like an insult towards you. That isn't what I'd meant to do. But well, excuses don't really count for anything anyway. I've just been rather worked up lately. With what the kidnapping and being away from my fiancé and all that. It was really stressing me out, and I took it out on you. What I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry. Oh, don't worry about it. It didn't bother me too much. I understand where you were coming from. I cannot blame you for being emotional over such things. Having precious things ripped away from you. I can't even imagine the pain any of you must feel. Thank you for being so understanding. That said, I get the feeling that Katoa really doesn't mind. I wouldn't be shocked if she preferred this life more than the one she had on Earth. I definitely get that feeling too, which makes me wonder like what the hell was Katoa's life like on Earth? Like it's not necessarily bad here, but like it's all in comparison to how it was on Earth, right? If you had a good life on Earth, the situation here is probably not, you won't be happy about it, just like Sara is. But if you had a shitty situation on Earth and you're here in space, then you're like, oh, this is not so bad, it's actually pretty good. But overall, I would say it's not a bad. We're not running out of food here. We got our own space here, right? We have most quote-unquote luxuries, I'd say. We got TVs, computers, all that stuff, you know? So, I'd say it's not that bad to live here. Overall, at least. On further consideration, Amelia seems to feel similar, too. That may be true. However, I would rather not make any assumptions about anyone anymore. Yeah, considering how we got chewed out last night because of it. She nods her head. And after a lull in the conversation, opens her mouth again. One more thing. Would you mind meeting me tonight in my room? Ooh, what is this about, Sara? I don't mind. Why would I do that now? Can't you tell me now? I certainly don't mind. Sure. Thank you. Please don't forget. I'll do my best not to. I'm putting a timer on my phone right now. Alright. I have some things to take care of now. See you later. Goodbye. With a quick wave, Sara exits the room, the door whizzing closed behind her. What could that be all about?
Morning, Captain. How you doing?
Good morning, Katoa. I'm okay. You?
Pretty good. But I'd be a lot better if I weren't hungry.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. The young mechanic makes a dramatically sad facial expression and holds her stomach with both of her hands, leaning slightly forward. The way she never asked me outright is so cute. I got it. Just wait here.
Thank you!
I hurry behind the counter to prep everything for cooking. Katoa and I sit, surrounded by a garden of used dishes and glasses.
Blondie still hasn't come. Wonder what's up.
I don't know. Amelia isn't here yet either.
Actually, she ate earlier. She used that creepy-looking machine in the back.
The food dispenser? You mean like a vending machine?
Yeah, it's really creepy.
It's perfectly safe to use. Sometimes I grab snacks from it too.
I prefer food cooked by humans.
The girl stares intently and curiously at me.
You're acting kinda weird.
Huh? How? Says the most weirdo person on this spaceship? I mean, to be fair, like, you know, it takes one to know one. Katoa's definitely the strangest out of all four of us. So if someone's acting strange, Katoa should know it.
I don't know. Something seems off. Don't tell me you and Sara got in another fight.
I lean back in my chair and wave my hands dismissively. Oh no, au contraire. Oh no, not this time. But she did visit me this morning to apologize for yesterday.
That's a good thing though. You aren't acting happy.
Yeah, after that, she asked me to meet her alone in her room later tonight. She won't tell me about what though. Katoa leans over the table and slams down on it with both of her palms.
Wait, don't tell me you're just going to bang her already.
Wow, where did that come from? Huh? What? Bang her?
You don't know what that means?
No. What?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't have said it in the first place.
Besides, we don't have anything on us to bang her with. How could I possibly verify that when she won't explain what it is? Oh well. It sounds violent. I probably wouldn't do it, whatever it is. Oh, you're missing out, Erica. Bang, bang, bang. With empty eyes, Katoha looks at me.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I feel like I'm missing something. You totally are.
Oh, you definitely are.
Hmm? We continue conversing about random things for a little while longer. Although I never do learn what bang meant in that context.
You know, if you're scared that she'll do something to you, I don't mind coming along with you.
I don't know, Katoha. This seems to be something that I gotta do alone. No, it's okay. She didn't explicitly say it, but I'm sure she wants to speak to me alone. Anyway, I trust her. She won't do anything weird to me. I mean, she's the doctor, right? Usually doctors are pretty trustworthy, unless they're the crazy doctors. But so far I haven't really gotten that vibe from her.
You say so, but it's always the quiet ones who have the freakiest fetishes. Wait, that would mean Amelia would be the freakiest of us all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she is. We saw like a hint of it in the harem ending, right? In the harem Katoha ending. Does every character have a harem ending as well, actually? I kind of wonder. But yeah, in the Katoha harem ending, we definitely saw a freaky side of Amelia. Like, holy fuck. The moment we confessed her, she like, you're mine now. And then she like pounced, humped us, banged us. What do fetishes have to do with this?
You may be book smart, but you're kind of dense when it comes to sexuality, aren't you?
I take a step back. I'm sure my face is bright red. I mean, what the fuck do we expect from a test tube baby, you know? It's not like I was having loads of sex when I was a teenager back in the laboratory. Well, it isn't something I've had time to think about or study. So, I suppose so?
Study? Jeez. I'm sorry, Captain. Maybe you should ask Sara to give you the talk while you're there.
Ooh, Sara, teach me about the birds and the bees. Although, in this situation, it would only be the bees, right? Or only the birds? I don't know. But birds and the bees are man and female, right? Doing it, bam, bam, bam. But here, considering it's only females, in that analogy, which are the girls? Are they the birds or the bees? That's what I'm wondering. Because otherwise she's gotta explain to me about the birds and the birds, or the bees and the bees, the bees' knees. Oh, come on. I know that much already.
If you say so.
I stare at the door in front of me and hesitantly begin to move a closed fist closer to the steel. When they meet, I gently tap against the material and strain my ears to catch any semblance of movement. However, when the door opens instantly, I nearly jump in fright. Huh? Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. Something like that. I'm okay, I think. Wait, are we calling her a ghost? Well, you coming inside? You're right, yes, sorry. She swiftly ushers me inside the room. While Sara stands near her bed, I stand near the door. The space between us somehow seems appropriate. So, is there something you need to tell me? Rather, why did you ask me to come here? That's about the gist of it, but I suppose it's more like I need to ask you something. Ask me something? What could it be? You need advice from your captain? Either way, I'm listening. I really thought over what Katoha said yesterday. I give a nervous smile and shake my head. It's alright. I sincerely accepted your apology earlier. No need to dwell on it. I won't hold it against you. While related, that isn't exactly what I meant. This is really awkward for me, but... would you replace my fiancé? Become his surrogate? Damn! Yeah... What? I fall backwards in surprise, nearly slamming myself against the wall. You want me to replace your fiancé? I have a bad feeling about this.
It feels like my heart is sinking inside my chest. I want to run away, but I know I shouldn't.
What do you mean?
I don't understand what you're asking me to do. Or maybe I just don't want to understand it. Will you be his replacement? I mean, in all aspects, romantic and otherwise. We can be together, fall in love. She's making it sound way too simple. It couldn't possibly be that easy for me to replace another human being, much less one of the opposite gender, who I haven't even met. And I don't want that either. I want to be myself at all times and be loved only for being myself. You're still you, obviously, but in a way, you do remind me of him. Serious, caring, loyal. Besides, if you agree, you can forget about explaining the real situation to us. You can keep up your facade. I'll even go along with it.
So that's she just needs someone by her side, is that it? Does Sara have like sick compulsions that she just needs to, you know, do on other people? And, you know, before her fiance was there for that, but now it's me. She's trying to replace it to try and find at least somebody to do her dirty business on. I don't know.
My heart begins thumping painfully in my chest. I'm sure it's audible to Sara. You already knew that it was safe? It wasn't hard to figure out. You stopped carrying around that PDA and you've loosened up a bit. A small, cocky smile appears on her lips, and she chuckles. She is a smart gal. But it was just a suspicion. You only confirmed it for me just now. She didn't. She tricked me! That's so evil! Then again, it's partially my own fault. I should have known there was no way she could do that. I must be too stressed to think properly. I need to be more careful from now on. I nervously pace back and forth, heavily weighing my options.
I cannot accept your offer. I refuse to be anyone's replacement. What about me? I mean, do we really care? I mean, we want to keep our individualism in that sense, right? We want to keep staying us. We don't want to pretend to be your fiance or whatever. We want to remain Erica. So I think this is the appropriate question.
Sara, what about me? It's like you're staring straight past me. Am I not my own person? Sure you are, but it isn't what I was asking you. Can you really not accept me for who I am? Does my existence disgust you that much? So I need to pretend to be like her fiancé? For a moment, she goes silent, as if she's thinking it over. That's completely irrelevant. My question was whether or not you'd be willing to become a replacement for my fiancé. What is your answer? Of course I won't. There's no bribe in the world that would ever make me agree to that. And I suppose we don't have anything left to discuss, do we? I guess not. Good night. Damn. With nothing left to discuss, I head back to my room.
I suppose this isn't, you know, how we planned it would go, but then again, this is kind of an unfair thing of her to ask of us. Like, what the fuck? You expect me to like become your husband? Do you expect me to become like the opposite of Caitlyn Jenner? The next morning, I toss the covers off and smack myself on the cheeks. This time the butt cheeks. Damn, Sara's always been unstable, but now she's getting worse. I need to be extremely careful about what I say to her. Still, I need to hurry up and divulge the truth before they all turn against me. That Sara already knows I'm free to talk is too much or too dangerous. I have to get this over with as soon as possible. The only sound that follows me as I head into the command center is the echo of my footsteps. I stand in front of the main control panel. After a moment, I begin to press buttons on its terminal. At the prompt of a ding, I prepare to speak. Sorry to bother everyone so early. However, it is rather important. Could you meet me in the lounge as soon as possible? Thank you. I heave a loud, painful sigh. I thought my chest was going to burst. Why must this be so frightening? No,
I don't have the luxury of contemplation right now. I'd better head over there. To my surprise, the other women are already waiting for me at the appointed meeting place. I take a deep gulp and brace myself for the worst. Thank you for coming, ladies. Kotoa and Amelia both look at me with curious eyes. I don't dare check Sara's expression. So what's this about?
So this was weird, right? It felt like earlier during the dinner, or like, was it dinner? I don't know, like yesterday, Sara rejected us, and now we're kind of like rejecting her proposal that she placed on us. So like, this is so weird. What exactly is going on between us?
Yeah, Captain. What is this about? The blonde's lips curl into a cold smirk. Could it possibly be that? Kotoa dips her head and gazes at the doctor with a look of pure confusion.
Kotoa does not like to be out of the loop, does she? Especially when it comes to Sara. Like, oh no, what?
You and Sara have something secret going on? Oh, no you don't. Huh? What's that? Don't ask me. Ask your captain.
You already know what this is about then, huh?
Who knows? It isn't that I don't deserve this sort of treatment, but I still wish you wouldn't do this to me. The white-haired girl twists around to face me. Erica.
Oh shit, that's Amelia.
Erica, would you mind explaining what's going on, please? This is getting a little confusing, to say the least. To begin with, there's something I've been keeping from all of you. For the past 2 days, we've been totally safe, to speak freely, that is. For my own selfish reasons, I've been keeping it from everyone. I stare at the floor, trying to avoid their gazes. I'm not so sure that I have any right to comment, considering my position. So that's how it is. But still, I choose to trust your judgment. You haven't done me wrong yet. Shocked, I lift my head back up. Based on her face, Kotoa's words seem to be genuine. Tch, how naive of you. Even if it is, I don't care. I'm not about to put her through hell just because she made a human decision. The girl quickly squeezes her arms together and nervously steps back and forth. In a hushed voice, she speaks again. Besides, she's the single person I've actually been able to trust. Kotoa quickly clasps both of her hands over her mouth. Sorry. It was kind of embarrassing. It just came out on its own. I thought it was kind of sweet, honestly. Yes, I agree. In fact, I appreciate it. Thank you, Kotoa, for your support. She's always supporting me. Sara restlessly taps her foot against the floor and folds her arms in. Let's move on already. What were you going to tell us? Alright. Well, since the beginning of this voyage, we've been monitored by an organization called the ESC, the Earth Survival Committee, that is. It's a secret movement shared between every country. It spans back about 1,000 years.
Between every country? Yep, the whole planet Earth came together, even North Korea.
What the hell? But there are wars! I close my eyes and slowly nod my head. I know, believe it or not, they're staged. Wait, fake wars? In reality, there's a global alliance, and there has been one since the conception of the ESC. You've gotta be kidding me. You're saying that all of those lives are being wasted for no reason?
Damn. So they're actually planning these fake wars where real soldiers go to fight and real soldiers go to die as well, just to keep up a facade? What the actual... What if that's happening right now, huh? What if Kim Jong-un is secretly like best buddies with Trump and everybody else, the other leaders in the world, but they're just faking it? All of them are just faking it? Damn. Holy shit. After a moment of silence, I switch my demeanor to one of seriousness and take a deep breath. While I agree that it is unnecessary, it does serve a purpose. The reality of the matter is that the Earth will become uninhabitable within the next 2 decades. Yeah, we know about this already. Those wars essentially keep the general population's attention away from a problem that will inevitably wipe humans out if there is inaction. Really? It's just like a distraction? What the fuck? And
As a consequence, it also helps to eliminate part of the problem, which is overpopulation, as you may have already guessed. There simply aren't enough resources for everyone anymore. Kotoa makes a quiet sound of disgust.
That's so wrong. That sort of thing is really happening, even right now?
Yes, even right now.
I can't believe I got myself mixed up in something this big. All because of my carelessness.
I'm speechless. I never would have guessed that it was that bad. I thought you were just going to tell us what our mission was. It's directly related, actually. The raven-haired girl's eyes nearly bulge out of her head, and her cheeks grow red.
Oh god! Don't tell me that we're going to blow up Earth or something!
Yep, that's actually our mission. We're like trying to fly away from Earth as far as possible until we're like in a safe distance, and then we're gonna blow it up. This is the Death Star we're traveling in right now. No, nothing of the sort. Rest assured. Quite the opposite. We're, well, humanity's last hope. For some reason, it just kind of sits weird with me, right? That Kotoha is one of the people who are humanity's last hope. It would kind of be similar if I were humanity's last hope. Because then you'd all be doomed, motherfuckers. An amused chuckle cuts through the air.
That sounds ridiculous.
Even so, it's reality. This is the test life to see whether or not humanity is capable of surviving off of Earth. Whether we can live long enough to find another habitable planet.
If that's true, why were we in danger before? Or were we not?
I shake my head. No, we truly were. However, the ESC oh so kindly happened to pile a couple of extra experiments onto us. For that purpose, I wasn't allowed to reveal any information while we were in range of their signals. Ah, so that's why the communication went down, of course. We just went out of their signal range. That makes sense. And on second thought, that was probably just the excuse they gave me. What exactly would have happened if you had told us? You would have detonated the entire ship. But in the bad ending, ending number 1 though, right? The communication already went off at that point. The ship still detonated though, right? So why did it detonate in the first ending, but not right now? Unless, weren't they like trying to they were trying to like take control of the ship, right? Maybe they brought it off course. Maybe there's like an autopilot going on right now. And the moment it goes off autopilot, they just sort of like, alright, they're going rogue. Let's detonate the ship. It could be that.
We nearly got blown to bits! Ah!
That actually did happen in one, Kotoha. Sara firmly smacks Kotoha on top of her head.
Quiet down. That obviously won't happen now, you fool. Right, Erica?
I nod and give a weak smile. Correct. They cannot cause us harm from this distance. However, they're still collecting data on us. And after we've reached a certain distance, the ship will automatically eject a hard drive with the collected data on it back to Earth.
They won't try to shoot us down, will they?
No, that would be impossible. I promise you.
Phew.
Wait, if you were in danger without me here, then could my presence have gotten us all killed?
I cringe. I would be lying if I said otherwise. The plump woman falls to the floor, and Kotoha rushes over to her. Don't worry, nothing happened, Amelia. It could have, but it didn't.
Hey, you didn't know. We aren't upset with you.
But...
With a quick scoff, Sara pulls my attention away from the two women on the floor. What are the other experiments specifically? For the most part, they have to do with checking the emotional stability of the crew members and checking how well strangers can interact with another under extreme stress. As I rack my brain, my legs start to wobble under me. I guess this is taking a rather large toll on me. It's just information, but, well, I suppose thinking about the logistics of it won't help me. I apologize.
I know this is a lot of information for me to divulge. It's rather mentally exhausting. I don't mind finishing this another time, but for now, is it alright if I leave you with one last tidbit? A tiny tidbit? Okay, fine. Have it your way.
You can say it nicer, you know.
It's fine, Kotoha. I don't mind. And thank you, Sara. The reason the three of us were chosen to be the crew of this ship was because we were all genetically altered human beings called Blossoms. The name is the same as the ship? Indeed.
What's altered about us?
Different things. Before I can continue, one of my knees began to buckle. A pulse of agony grows in my head, and I slap my hand against it to ease the pain. So you weren't just trying to get out of it. I apologize then. I'm going to take her back to her room. Kotoha, Emily, we can continue this later.
Alright. I'm sorry, Captain.
No, it isn't your fault. The blonde wraps her surprisingly sturdy arms around me and supports me as I walk. Damn, she's muscular. I make it to my room safely, thanks to Sara's help. She helps me sit up in my bed and checks my head. Her silence likely means I don't have a fever. Thank you, Sara. I appreciate your help. I mean, we helped her once too when she had a fever earlier. It's nothing. Before she walks out the door, she turns back around. I think I want to be alone for a while, alright? Don't bug me unless it's an emergency. What's going through her mind right now? To be honest, I would rather not have you lock yourself up. It's not your decision to make now, is it? Sara. End of discussion. Goodbye, Erica. Damn, is she still pissy about me denying, not wanting to be her fiancé, replacing him? The blonde makes her exit without so much as looking back. What am I supposed to do? My legs are still too weak to go after her, and I don't want to over-involve Kotoha or Amelia. I guess I'll just have to sit tight and wait until I'm feeling better. Gosh, this is the worst possible time to have fallen ill. When my eyes open, they're greeted by the sight of brown irises staring straight back at me. I hop up defensively despite my weakened legs and twist around to face the would-be assailant.
Whoa, what are you doing, Captain? You're gonna sprain an ankle or something.
Wait, didn't it say brown irises? Although her eyes look extremely purple though. Huh? Oh, it's just you, Kotoha.
Who do you think I was?
I think about it for a minute, then shrug. No idea. I mean, there's only two other options. All I saw were two big eyes staring back at me. It was rather frightening.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, what were you doing? Staring at me like that?
It's not like I was doing anything perverted to you while you were sleeping. I'm not one of those creepers who tries to shave woman's bush.
What? You try to shave my bush? I didn't think that you were doing anything of the sort. Wait, what were you about to say? Besides, I don't have a bush.
Nothing. Never mind.
Well, okay, so?
I brought you lunch. See?
The raven-haired girl points to a tray topped with food that's set down on a nearby end table. Oh, thank you.
Of course.
The young woman dramatically raises a hand in a salute.
As your subordinate, it is my job to make sure you're taken care of when you're unwell.
No, there are no ranks anymore. We're equals now, alright? Kotoha pouts before sighing. Oh, you like me being your captain? Oh, captain, my captain.
Aw, I know. Kinda liked it though.
Suit yourself, though I refuse to treat you as anything other than an equal.
Okay.
And with that, she sits on the edge of my bed and speaks to me while I eat. I carefully shake each of my limbs. They nod my head in agreement. Alright, I think I'm okay now. I quietly creep out the door and into the hallway. My closed fist firmly taps against the material of Sara's bedroom door. After a moment filled with silence, I bring my face closer to the door, my cheek resting against the cold material. I feel kind of creepy doing this, but I'm too worried not to. Sara, can we please talk? I stand in silence, waiting for an answer, but there is none, even after a minute passes. No point in harassing her. I guess I'll try again tomorrow. Pushing down my frustration, I make my way back to my bedroom to go to sleep. The next morning, damn, things are definitely not going well between me and Sara. Katoha, Amelia, and I sit at a table together while I recount the previous night's events.
What? Sarah's locked herself up in her bedroom? I didn't even notice!
Indeed. I believe she did it right after she took me to my room yesterday. I tried to coax her out of it last night, but she ignored it. Didn't even say a peep.
That's pretty cold. Maybe she's just upset. There was a lot to soak in last night. I barely came out of my room this morning too.
Well, it doesn't matter why either way. I'm just worried about her health. Can you come with me? I need your support. What do you think I should do? I need your support? Oh, fuck. Can we do this alone? I don't know. I mean, the plan is to try and get Sara to talk or to come out of her room, right? Are we the only ones capable of doing that? I'm not so sure. I feel like if we all... Like, we've all told them, like, bad news, right? And sure, it may hit Sara a bit harder than the others, but if we can show her that the others are kind of at least dealing with it and they're seemingly okay with it, maybe it'll help Sara move past it as well, at least a little bit, even just a tiny bit. So I guess then I'll just ask for their support. Katoha, Amelia, I need you guys' support. Please, come with me to visit Sara. I am not sure that I can do it alone.
Captain! Of course I'll help you! All you ever need to do is ask, and I'll come running. Seriously though, I promise that I'll always be here for you. Please don't forget that.
I'm indebted to you. After taking me in, I can't refuse. My chest grows warm from the kindness. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I know that I can always count on you two. Now in agreement, we all head towards Sara's room. Alright, let's do this together, girls. Sara, please come out. We're all worried about you.
Sara, I hope you're okay. Please, let us know how you're doing. Yeah, come on out already. You're going to give the captain gray hairs. You wouldn't want that now, would you?
Despite our best efforts, we're still met with complete silence.
Not to be insensitive, but are you sure she's even still alive in there?
I gotta say, that thought did pop into my mind for like a second. Oh, that's right. I suppose she wouldn't have known.
I don't have to clean up a body, do I?
No. The bedrooms are all equipped with heat sensors. If her body temperature suddenly dipped, an alarm would go off. Oh, really? That's handy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess.
But it doesn't beep when the temperature goes up, right? Better safe than sorry.
Thank God there's no corpse.
What if she's like sitting... What if her corpse is directly above the heater though, right? Her corpse wouldn't then decrease in temperature, I think. For now, there's no point in lingering here. Shall we head to the lounge?
You got it. By the way, yesterday you said we were something called blossoms, right?
That's exactly right.
And you mentioned that blossoms are genetically altered humans, right?
Also correct. She leans in closer to me, her face lighting up.
And our enhancements are specialized, aren't they?
You're awfully quick. That is true. All these questions. Well, I do owe her this much.
Really? So you're all different then. That's kinda cool.
Well, yes. We are all different in terms of our enhancements. I take a deep breath and wait for the inevitable next question from Katoha.
What's my ability?
It's not really an ability. You're just naturally more resistant to heat. Enough to survive small fires completely unharmed.
Holy crap! I'm like a superhero! Torch woman!
Cool. Please don't go testing it out or anything. Yeah, please don't start a fire and start walking in it. The raven-haired girl immediately pouts as if I've ruined something for her.
I won't.
Kotoa probably got sad. She thought she would get her own superhero TV series.
So, what's your power? Oh, and what about Amelia's?
The white-haired girl chuckles.
Don't be silly. The blossom stuff has nothing to do with me.
I turn away slightly. Well, that's where you're wrong, girl.
Come on, Captain. What's your power?
If I'm honest, I would rather not discuss it. I'm sorry. But don't worry, it's not anything dangerous.
Good to know. I'm a little disappointed, but I suppose everyone needs their privacy. Yeah, a girl should be allowed to have her secrets.
I grinned to the best of my abilities. Thank you for understanding. My clothes freshly stripped off, I plopped down on my bed and heave a sigh. Ugh, it doesn't feel like I got much done today at all. I suppose I've simply spent so much time worrying that the time passed by at the speed of light. How silly of me. I lower my back onto the mattress and slip under the covers. Maybe tomorrow will be better.